Hello everyone, welcome to the start of a new project. As always, we've got lots of things going on in the background. We work on several different vehicles at a time. But I thought I'd just introduce you to this one. I do seem to be doing sectional videos at the moment, so car by car, as it seems. That just seems to be the way that the videos are going at the moment with the various different things that I've got on in the shop. So I'll probably keep going down on that trend at the moment. I thought I'd give you a brief introduction to this one. Joined just a few days ago. This one is coming in for a full colour change. We haven't fully decided what that colour is going to be yet, but it is going to be a red of some variety or another. Yeah, I'll give you a quick walk around of what we've got going on at the moment. So the front bumper, to start with, as you can see, the more you look at it, the more cracking and crazing and all sorts that it's got. Potentially from the high build being put on too heavily, potentially just from poor high build being used. Not sure, but unfortunately we're going to have to strip all of that back off. Likewise with the bonnet. We'll probably strip this back to bare metal because I'm not too sure exactly what's gone on with this bonnet. Likewise with a lot of the rest of the car, to be honest. So you can see how thin the clear coat is in certain sections. This has obviously they've been sanded a little bit, but it just does seem to be, without even going attacking it, it does seem to be chipping off fairly easily, which is obviously a little bit of a concern for our side of things. So it's not necessarily in for a bare metal repaint. Depending on how easily this comes off, you know, bare metal repaint's a totally different ball game to a tidy up sort of job, as you could call it. We never really do tidy up sort of jobs. That's selling ourselves a bit short, I think. But regardless, we'll get it to a stage where we need to. I won't be able to tell until I start sanding that as to how far I want to go with it, but we'll have a look. New side skirts. They need a little bit of trimming work on the front, more so on the other side. Things like this, so fitment issues here, but really not too bad. Side skirts on the side there, not too bad. Got some spats, and there's a fair bit of damage down there where I believe a rock hit the bottom of the car on the way home from seeing us the first time, unfortunately for the customer. But we'll sort that out, no problem. Some spats to go on here as well, and some tidying up work to do in that area. Likewise with the rear bumper, same sort of thing, we need to do exactly the same. But yeah, to be fair, this one's not too bad at all. It's got a few little dings, bits and pieces here and there, but realistically, not nearly what the Skyline was in for, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy one because I have an idea of what colour we're going with, so it might turn out to be one of the hardest ones we've ever done. But prep-wise, not a huge amount of work. Fingers crossed. Okay, that's about as stripped down as I'm going to go on the Supra for now. That's all we need to do at this stage. Not going to take the bonnet off or anything. Jace, my glass guy, is coming in to do the windows at some point relatively soon. Until then, I think the more that I look at this one, in all honesty, the more it probably does need to go back to bare metal. Starting to see lots of little micro blisters and just general paint defects all over the place. Again, incredibly difficult to pick up on the camera, but it is absolutely covered in them. More so on this door, you can possibly see a few little bits. But yeah, lots of little micro blisters just starting. So obviously these wings faded and, you know, the lacquer is peeling off to start with. Not a good sign to start. Again, you can see there, look. If you look in the reflection of the light, very evident. So yeah, at absolute minimum, we're going to strip these wings back to bare. I'll have a look at the rest of the car in detail. we might well do a bare metal on the entire car, contrary to what I said a few seconds ago in the intro. So we'll see. Coming along really nicely with the Supra then. So we're pretty much back to bare metal on the shell in the areas that I need to be. I'm not taking the door jambs and things like that back to bare metal. That, again, is not what this car was in for, and it's not necessary either. The only reason I've done bare metal on these areas is just because the paint looked a little bit suspect in certain sections. Door jambs and things like that, they're going to be hidden from the elements. They'll be absolutely fine. We just don't need to go to that extent. I've left a little strip around here. We'll wait until the glass is out before going any further on those sections. All in all, ridiculously clean this car, to be completely honest. Can't believe how clean and tidy it is, actually. There was quite a lot of filler bodged in here. I have absolutely no idea why. It might become a little bit more evident at the next stage when we put the epoxy on, but at this stage, not being funny, but I can't feel anything there. There must be something going on there, but it's certainly not to the level of filler that was in there to start with. The only thing that we found, actually, which is rather surprising, it's had an entire new roof skin welded in, as you can see. So that entire roof is new for whatever reason. You can actually tell on the inside then. It makes more sense as to why the inside of the roof is black now. Certain things like that you just don't think about until you know. Once you realise, you realise. Obviously the rest of the car, of course, everywhere is red. But yeah, had an entire new roof skin for whatever reason. I know the customer did think that there was some sort of damage on the front end, but again, they've decided to reskin it rather than try to repair any damage because there was absolutely no filler in here whatsoever. And likewise with the rest of the car, not a single patch of filler found anywhere. So yes, it's got a couple of tiny little dents here and there, but there's no previous repair work. And I think in certain sections, it just had one extra layer of paint. So actually, compared to some of the Jap cars that we see and some of the jobs in general that we see, it really doesn't have that many layers. Big surprise, to be honest. But yeah, all in all, going pretty well. We've got the glass out, doors stripped, or started to strip the doors. We'll get those into bare metal as well, pop them back on the car, continue on with the work with the bumpers that we've got, getting them back to bare plastic, put it all back on the car, and then we can start gapping up, go from there really. All right, Enzo, time to go home. All right then guys, quick check-in. I don't think I've done a huge amount of videoing, to be completely honest. Lots of little fiddly bits here and there on this car. Just tidying up all the edges, so I'll show you what we found now. The glass is obviously out. Don't know if I've shown that before. It's such a messy process, all this sanding. I know I'm going to get the question, why have I done some of it the way that I've done it with the rotary sander? Why have I stripped some of it? This is the reason why. Using the rotary is incredibly messy. It's all over the shop at the moment, so it does make a huge mess. That being said, it has its purposes as well, so the stripping doesn't always work. Sometimes it's easier just to go in aggressive with the rotary. But yeah, we do a bit of both. In any case, regardless of that, I'll show you what we found. So, as I said previously, roof skin has definitely been welded in, and it has provided a couple of little areas of, I won't say concern, but areas that we need to sort out, because there was some rust on this area, there was some rust on this area as well. So what we're going to do now, in fact, is get the shop blaster out and just tidy up all the remaining areas that we can't quite get to with the sanders. I've taken all the window sealant out, as you can see, but again, in the rear quarter glass, rust here, a little bit of rust, where is it, on that top section there. We'll shop blast it and see what that sort of result is going to provide for us. I may need to patch those in, I'm not sure, depends whether or not it's coming from the other side or not. Rear bumper is stripped, complete nightmare these bumpers have been. Couldn't even tell you why, to be honest. I don't know what products they've used on these, but it was so incredibly tough, brittle, the works. It was just really nasty stuff to get off, and a lot of layers on this rear end. But we're back to bare plastic, thankfully, so that is one step further as well. Yeah, we're going to get the shop blaster out now, tidy up these remaining edges, get rid of the rust, see where we're at after that stage, and then we will start gapping properly. Alright then guys, I think that's more than enough footage for 1 week's video on the Supra. I'm going to be honest, I can't remember exactly what I've got to on the previous videos as always, but I'll give you a brief rundown of where we're at now in any case. As you can see, the entire car is in bare metal now, where I need it to be anyway. The only issues that I really found with this whole car was window apertures, obviously the roof skin, where they patched that in. There are a few voids. Now that we've blasted it, no, that's the thing. Yeah, we sandblasted it obviously in the areas that I wasn't too happy with to get rid of just the surface rust in the areas that I couldn't get to with a grinder or everything, anything like that. Obviously, removing the sealant is always extremely difficult in the channels, but that's all gone. No signs of any rust there, so that's fine. Areas like this, a couple of patches I have started filling in over on the other side. I'll show you now briefly. Yeah, it's just a case of filling it in with weld essentially and then grinding it all back down. I've started doing that, obviously. Not finished. Rear bumper wise, we have added just a little bit more material down that edge. There was a repair that was done here before and it was just ever so slightly too small, or too large a gap there, sorry. So I've just added a little bit of weld there, grind that back. Bumper goes on, off several times and we will get that gap looking as good as we can. We have actually got some spats to go over there in any case, so it's not the biggest thing in the world, but we'll get it looking as good as we possibly can at this stage anyway, regardless. Yeah, aside from that, guys, like I said, this car is really, really clean. Very happy with the progress on this one. Bumpers were a nightmare to strip, but they are coming along nicely. I've started readjusting the splitter on the front as well. Next stage for this one then is just to do the small dents. I can't even see them now. A couple of little dents, we'll metalwork them as best as possible. And this car will then be going back into epoxy for the first stage early part of next week. So yeah, flying along with this one really.